Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the Old Card Shop. And in today's video, we're going to be going through a little something different here. We are going to be building a PSA submission. And if some of you guys saw my most recent, one of my most recent Instagram posts, you saw I posted a bunch of pictures of theme decks here. These are actually all opened theme decks. And so we're going to go and show a submission that we're building. And I want to see what you guys think about it, because I'm sitting around waiting for that $12 special to drop here, and I don't think it's going to, so I may end up sending some of these, and I may end up sending some later. So I do want your guys' opinion as I build this submission. I'm not in a huge rush for it, but I want to get some inventory in here, some cool stuff. And so, yeah, let's go ahead and show what we've got here. Let's go ahead and... Alright, and just like that, we are back, and we have got all those cards from the theme decks, and we've got them all in the top loaders card savers here, ready to be sent to PSA. Now, small disclaimer, these are only the cards that I believe could have the potential to 10. Some of them are on the edge of 9 and 10. But we're going to go ahead and say that these are all potential 10 candidates. That may or may not be because of my terrible pre-grading, but we're going to assume that a lot of these, maybe not because of centering, because I'm just looking right here. I wasn't grading based on centering. I was just looking at the backs. If there's centering issues, something that within PSA's ranges, they admit that they have little range on. So we're going to go ahead and allow for some bad centering. But the other stuff, let's just assume it's all, aside from centering, potential 10s. What I want to know is not whether or not you think this is going to 10, but whether or not I should send it if in an ideal world, a perfect world, it does 10. So, because this is one of those submissions, you guys know I love this kind of stuff. This is one of those really high-risk, low-reward submissions. It's probably a lot of stuff that's going to sell for under $50 if it does PSA 10. Maybe I get lucky and a couple sell for over $50 if they 10. But if it 9s, it'll likely sell for under $10. So, high risk, low reward, yeah. But anyway, I want to know what you guys think. We have to weed this out here. We have already gone through, and here, let's show you. We've gone through, and this is what I believe could 10 out of the submission. And we have already gone through. We'll probably stop right about there. We're going to narrow it down to about there. So we're getting rid of this top half. So stick around until the end of the video here, because we are going to show off what makes the cut, and that'll be towards the end. But let's just show off some of these cards here. So a lot of this stuff is really, really cool. Like, a lot of it's pretty low pop, just things that you don't typically see getting graded. It's all mint, packed fresh. We're not doing PSA 1s with this submission. And it's just one of those submissions that it is going to be fun to see how it actually comes back. But we're not going to spend a ton of time on any one of these cards, because there's a lot of duplicates. You saw it came from theme decks, so obviously duplicates are going to be a thing. We also opened some packs for some of this submission. You can see some Ruby Sapphire, Sandstorm, some things that I didn't have theme decks on. I also got some bulk that were pulled directly out of some bulk that we purchased. Yeah, vintage mint cards that I believe had potential for 10. Pulled out of like bulk binder collections and stuff. But I do have a lot of stuff to send. So this is really the thing, the kind of submission that I need $10 to $12 on to make it worth sending this big stack. Because this will cost over $1,000 just to send and put in plastic. And I don't even know if it got 10s on every single one of these, if I could sell it for, $2,000. So we're going to see about weeding this down to maybe a more manageable size and picking just the cream of the crop, and then sending those at the $15 tier. Like we alluded to earlier in the video, I don't believe PSA is going to end up dropping their prices this month like I had formerly thought. I think I said something in a podcast, or definitely in a Discord. Shout out Professor Oak's Discord. I think that's when I said something and made a meme or something. But I thought PSA with the National would drop their prices. I love that C-Dot, man. That's a cool, the crystals, the Crystal Guardians. Really, really cool set. Like, if this wasn't just a C-Dot, I would full send it. But because it's just a C-Dot, it probably isn't going to get sent right away. It's going to get sent at the $10 to $12 range. Beedrill BDB, pretty cool Pokemon, not cool enough to send. I like the Kakuna, I really like the Kakuna a lot more. I already have one of these at PSA that I think will 10 though, so I don't need to send another one until I can actually sell the first one. A lot of this stuff I do have some copies of, not from Theme Decks, but that I've sold, that I've graded, and I know some of it can sell. So some of it has no sales data, and some of it I have cards like it that I have sold for similar prices and I know price points on that I'm pretty sure I can get. So when you're wondering if like the math on something like this, how one does the math is like, it's a very, very complex equation. You have to go many, many years of Pokey math and Pokey college to come up with the equation that gives you a plus EV when grading these types of cards. That's why they pay me the big bucks. That's why my bosses and the CEOs at the old card shop have come and seeked me out for this type of I had you guys going there, didn't I? Yeah. No, this is the kind of big brain play that you probably don't want to make. That's why we're showing it off, because I don't think it's going to make anyone $1 million. And if it does, awesome. I hope it's me. I'll have a week ahead of you if so. But by all means, help me get some sales data on some of these cards. Just, I don't recommend auctioning stuff like this. Now, we on this channel, we have been a huge advocate for auctioning Pokemon cards. This is sort of against the grain in Pokemon investing, but Pokemon and market investing. And everyone says, don't auction your cards, don't auction, always buy it now, let's buy it now, blah, blah, blah. And I get it, that's usually the case. There's some cards that I am a big advocate of just auctioning to get out of, out of your hands and onto the market just to get some liquidation from. And they still pull some nice premiums, even with the auctions running a little lower than buy it nows. But it's funny because sometimes auctions actually run higher than buy it nows, which is not often, but it does happen sometimes with certain types of cards, really, really popular cards. I see it happen with things like Ancient Muse, which I sell often in auction, and I have it buy it nows as well, but my auctions will sometimes run higher than buy it nows. Not always, but sometimes. And so you see it in things like that. You see it in things like the Hidden Fates Birds. You see it in things like the Charizard from Champion's Path. That one's an interesting one to see auction, because you would think that card would auction real low, because everyone has that. It's the most graded Charizard, I believe. No, it auctions pretty well. So there are things out there that you would think wouldn't, and they do. These are not those cards. Let me just tell you this right now, folks. This is not the type of card that you're going to see on the old card shops auctions. I might throw up a couple 9s of cooler Pokemon that I think might go over $10 if I, start at 99 cents. But even those, I'm not going to love putting up there. So you're not going to see a lot of them. These are things that I will most likely, if I get 9s on, have to sell for like $10 to some Whatnot streamer. Maybe throw it, out on the table at Collecticon in a big box of bulk slabs, and see if there's just people who just want to make a deal, wheel and deal. But the gamble is really more on the 10, because if you get 1/9 and you lose on it, it's probably a card that you could never sell. That's my thought process, at least. These are cards that I think that I probably could never sell, even if they were mint condition for even a quarter. So if I even get $5 of profit after grading a couple of these, then that's like selling a whole game, of these cards raw. So the long game in Pokemon, it is one of those things that, I don't know if a lot of people have the fortitude for it. I don't even know if I have the fortitude for it, just to be frank, But it's fun for now, so I still enjoy. I love this card. Mom's Kindness. I really love this card. I already have a couple of them getting graded too, and so excited about that. But there's this is an interesting hobby, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. But now, speaking of fun with it, the stack has been. Now these are cards that I thought and I still think I will eventually send. Like you saw, a lot of these were, not heavy hitters. It's, it's a horsey. It's Komiya. It's a really, really cool horsey. But it's Yukimori, Sidra. I like it a lot. But, Bidoof. It's Yukimori Bidoof. That one might. Looks like 9. Maybe that's why. It's some weird. The era, this era, I'm sending a couple of these cards, and this Bidoof is one of them, as tests from the era because it has weird edging on it. I wouldn't call it like whitening, but it's like the way that the cards were cut. And so I'm interested to see how PSA is going to grade. So, alright, this is a stack that we've already pre-graded and decided these are what we're going to actually send at the $15 tier. But these are some cards I think are really cute, really nice artwork. These are probably going to go at the 15 tier in the next few days. I'm going to add a couple more things to the submission as I get them, just get up to like 50 cards. But I did a little culling of a lot of these cards here, and I thought these ones still deserved to go because they were popular enough species, cool enough art, just really fun things I thought that were still worth sending. You may be saying to yourself, speaking of the good stuff, where'd the hollows go? The hollows from these theme decks. And those have already been sent. And so I already sent off the hollows and, a couple of the other really heavy hitter cards that I like, Gengars, things in other $15 tiers that I'm still waiting on, that I'll definitely show on the channel once they come back. But I didn't make a video showing those before I sent the submission. It was like a mixed submission of a bunch of stuff. It would have made a good video, to be fair. This is probably going to make a much more coherent video. These are more popular species that we're showing towards the end. These ones we've decided are worth sending. Even if they were to 9, I wouldn't be mad about it because there are a lot of really cool artwork, stuff that I think is still, I could put up for $19.99 on my website or on eBay, and someone will probably pick it up for $20 or whatever. At least the cost plus a few bucks, and like I said, these are not going to sell for like 25 cents in mint condition on TCG Player or even raw on eBay. If you put it up for an auction 99 cents, it would probably just run and you'd have to relist it and take up on the auctions per week. So it is one of those things that I am just having some fun with it, Why not? You gotta have some fun. I don't open packs. I'm not much of a gambler. I like theme decks because of that, but I do, I guess, gamble with PSA a little bit because it does feel like when you're sending away to PSA something like this, it doesn't feel like a sure thing. It feels like a bit of a gamble. So tell me what you guys think. I want to know, grade my sub, A through F. Do you think I'm going to get wrecked, or do you think I'm going to get, never punished, and I'll make out like a bandit on some of these? And what do you think I should do with this submission? All these cards up here, these are the ones that we would say, quote unquote, didn't make the cut. I still think that they are 10 worthy. I'm just kind of waiting for that, $10 tier. But yeah, if you're around this far, I do appreciate you guys sticking around with me. Like, comment, subscribe. We're going to keep making these videos. I will show how these come back in another video. But until then, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you on the next one.